carrying on with the base mesh. So I'm going to do a retopo for the boots now. For the boot sole. So I'm going to do retopo for the boot sole. Let me just raise this up even higher like so. So around here should be fine. Okay. If I should isolate this, then I'll need to go to the deformation, polish by groups, just kind of round up the edges. Let me just drag this down just to completely flatten this out. Okay, that's completely flattened out. And kind of raise them. Okay, so around here should be fine. Let me just put this here. Let me select this and bring this down. So, okay. Turn that back on. Alright, before I move on, let me just kind of push some of this out, making sure symmetry is turned on. Just extend some of this outward a bit more. Alright, should be fine. Just make some proportional adjustments to some of this. Okay, so that's fine. So back to the sole. So I'll kind of make this so. Let me see. Okay, symmetry is turned on. So this should kind of envelope and extend a bit further. Should kind of extend a bit further. Something like this. Let me just push this inwards. Okay. Alright, something like this is good enough, I believe. Okay. So now let's do a Z rematch for this. So I will just go back to geometry. I'll take down the adaptive size. Okay, detect edge, keep crease. Close the Z rematch for this. So I'm clicking the Z rematch without holding Alt. So I'll do half. So let's have this now. Maybe even take down this adaptive size a bit more. So just keep going half, even more. Let's see how many. Okay, we have 500 now. Let's try one more. Let's see what that gives us. Okay. This one feels way too low though. Okay. I'm just guessing. I'm just trying to figure out which one should work best. Same. Do a rematch for this. Let me do the same again. Okay, I think this should be fine. This should be fine. So with the move topological brush, I can just keep moving things in place. Just keep moving some of this in place. Okay. Just trying to get that rounded shape in there. This one should feel a bit more angled. Something like this should be fine. We push it this way. Just trying to get this out a bit more. I think this should be fine. Just checking this to be sure. Because when we kind of smooth this out, it should round up quite nicely. So I'm going to do an extrude for this now. You kind of get this like so. This one still feels a bit uneven. You kind of push some of this down. Just trying to get this to just have them at an even level. Somewhere around here should be fine. So that's minor adjustment just to make this look a bit more accurate. So now back to the sole. Just get this at an angle like so. Then BZM. I'll do an extrude for this. Extrude. Okay. All polygons. Okay, something like this should be fine. Okay, that's fine. Then I think it kind of has a heel at the back. That's a bit of an heel. Something like around here. I might just do that let me just do that as a separate piece instead. So what I'm going to do is to duplicate the same sole. I'll duplicate this sole, duplicate, and name this. I'll just name this to sole heel. Okay. Then move topology, Control Shift, click on this, and I'll do delete hidden. Modify topology, delete hidden, and I will, let's see, somewhere around here should be fine. So I'm going to use the move topology. Okay, let me just use the max lasso, kind of mark something out like so. Control W for that. Just trying to figure out where that should be. think around there should be, yeah, around there should be fine. Around there should be just fine. Now control click on this, invert the selection. Now do it delete hidden for that. Then I'll need to use the move topological brush to kind of straighten this out. Let me solo this. Maybe it does not look that straight though. Maybe it still has a kind of curve to it. Maybe something like this should work. Okay. Just trying to space out the topology, kind of make it feel more even. Alright. I'll go out of isolation mode. Then BZM. And I can just extrude this like so. No, that feels way too high. That feels a bit too high. Something like this should be fine, I guess. I can always extend this outward like so. Okay. So this should serve as a good base before we now add some more interesting sculpted details on top of this to make it feel more realistic. Okay. But there's something here we still need to fix though. Something here we need to fix. So I'm going to group all of this. This part needs to bend a bit more. Let me see if this. Let me see if that. Okay, yeah, it needs to be bent a bit more. Okay, so I'm going to. I think this should be it. I'm just going to merge down for all of this. Merge down. Merge. Probably even not this one. I think I'll just merge these two. Just these two should be fine for now. Then I will just use a really big brush. Max out the frontal parts. Blow out the marks. Maybe even max out this part also. Blow the marks. Ctrl W for okay. I'm not supposed to use move topological brush. I'm supposed to use the normal regular move brush for this. Okay, something like so. Blur the marks. Okay. I think I need to get in closer around here. Yes, something that's kind of even out the transition. Alright. Then I think I will just select, let me just merge this down now. Merge down. All I have to do is just to raise this up. Raise everything up like so. Yeah, something like it should be fine. Then I'll just push this out. Okay. This is fine. So I think we just need to add some extra edge loops around this. Just start adding some edge loops around this. So Shift F. I'll just do a an auto group on this. Okay. Oh, I made a mistake. This the under part needs to be pulled down also. Okay, that fixes it. Okay. All right. I think I need to add some thickness to this. I need to go to the select rectangle, invert that selection, give them the same poly group. Then I will just let me separate this first. Let me separate this. Let me split this. So sub two, and I'll just do a split for this. Let's do a split hidden. So now I can actually add thickness, some more thickness to this. Maybe thickness should be, not sure if the thickness should be inward or outward right now. Okay, no, inward should be better. But first, before I do that inward thickness, let me kind of push some of this out a bit more. Okay. And I can safely extrude this now. I guess maybe I should, no, let's add an edge loop around here, around the edge. So BZM. Let's start. Okay. That doesn't seem to be working. Let's see. Can't really see it working. I don't know why. Something doesn't feel right. Something doesn't feel right. It feels completely off. This is working though, but I don't know why the other one is not. So that's the extrude. Also, I can add like an edge loop around. Insert single loop. That's weird. It's not working. Doesn't seem to be working. Okay, let me just do an extrude. Now extrude like so should be fine. So if I control D on this, I'm having something like this. Let me see, maybe this will work now. Let me try this again. Yeah, it's working now. I don't know why it was not working before. Okay, so I'm not going to put something around this. Something around there should be fine. Maybe something around here also. So let me just do a quick. Let me do a quick Control D on this. Let's see what that gives me. But that's fine. That's fine. I can definitely work with that. And that seems fine. That seems fine. So undo that. Okay, and I'll do something here also. Let me look for a better angle to this. It doesn't seem to work. It doesn't seem to be working anymore. Can I just hit X to go out of symmetry mode? Maybe doing this on symmetry, out of symmetry actually fixes it. Somewhere around there should be fine. Okay, that seems fine. Then I'll just do a mirror and word. Just do a simple mirror and word so I can have this at the other side. Okay, there now. So Shift F, Control D. Yeah, this is fine. So I'll do the same thing also for this. Just need to add some edge loops here to kind of hold this. Because if I do this now, Control D, kind of flattens everything out, and that's not what I want. I think I'll bring in the move topological brush for this to kind of move this out. Okay, let me just mark this out. Control Shift click, Control. Let me click this. Mark this. Invert the marks. Need to push this down. Let me think I'll just use normal regular move. Felt like it was inwards way too much. Okay, so something like this should be fine. So BZM. Let's add some edge loops around this. Like so. The other part is fine. The other part is fine. Let's do a Control D on that. Let's see what that gives us. Yeah, not bad. This is fine. Because it's not that. If you look at the reference image, it's not that edgy. It does not really have sharp edges like that. It's more like more smoothed out. So I'm basically trying to create similar effect also. But this one should feel a bit more edgy. Not too edgy though. So I'm just going to isolate this. Somewhere around here. Let me turn off symmetry. No. I'm going to mirror it to the other side, so let me just get this done. Okay, so let's control. No, I think I went multiple times on that. Okay, I think I've made a mistake somewhere. Let me just undo that a few times. Yeah, somewhere around there should be fine. Yeah, that's it. Then here and also up here should be fine. Can do a mirror and wait for this. Shift F, Control D. Alright, much better. Select this. I need to raise this up a bit more. Something like this. And push that in even more, like so. Alright. Okay, so now I've kind of created some at least good enough topology for this for us to begin to work with. I think there's something at the back we need to fix. I'll use the normal regular move to kind of move this even more. Okay, Control D on this also. Let's see what we have in here. Alright, we can definitely work with this. Okay, any other corrections to this will just be minor corrections just to make this feel a bit better. But so far I think okay, mirror and word. Okay, just basically checking things out to make sure everything is in place. If not, then I can always make corrections to it. But I think for the most part this feels good enough. Some of the clothing is going to some of the trousers is going to be covering most of this. But I just want to have something average enough in there. Okay. We don't really have a clear reference as to how wrinkled this should be, but we want to find a reference that we can use to kind of get this to feel more wrinkled out. If I start adding indentations in here now, like using them standard brush, start cutting things in here, the model begins to come to life slowly. some place you can still fix. All right.